And Mr. here with a awesome little game called Asteroids. Now, the interesting thing about Asteroids, made by Atari, when they released this game, it became the second most popular game after Space Invaders, which I've already done a video on that here on the channel. If you haven't seen that video where you can play Space Invaders for free, link in the description below. And this game is also free, link to this game in the description below as well. Now, what was interesting is after this, they're using vector graphics in this. Now, I believe that one of the original game designers had played a game called Space Wars, not Star Wars, but Space Wars. Now, in that particular game, you have a vector graphic type display. You have pretty rudimentary ships. They try to shoot each other. There's a sun in the middle that has gravity, so as you go near the sun, it pulls you in. So they've taken the idea, at least from one of the ships in that particular game, and they've implemented it here into Asteroids. Now, Atari had planned to do another vector graphics game called Lunar Lander, and also use these vector graphics for Lunar Lander, which is, of course, you press a button as the thing comes down, you have to fire the rockets to keep it from just smashing down into the ground. Now, that is a game that I'll be doing some playing on a little bit in the future as well, because there is a free version of that is playable, and there's a more modern version as well that I'll show you, and that one is harder. I think it's harder, at least anyway, but the premise is the same. So they sold that many games of Asteroids. Now, of course, remember at this time when these games come out, they come out in a stand-up box for arcades, and they'd already started to make the boxes for Lunar Lander. So what happened was Asteroids got shipped out in Lunar Lander boxes. That's how popular this particular game was. Now, the controls are rudimentary. Left and right arrow, up button for thrust, shift key for hyperspace. Now, hyperspace is dangerous because it puts you anywhere on the screen, and it might just put you next to a big boulder. Boom. And of course, as Darth Vader said, asteroids do not concern me, Commander. So let's get into the game. It's got a nice little heartbeat music. Two flying saucers come out, one that doesn't shoot you very well at all, and another one that every time it shoots, it aims at you. So that one in the arcade game is really, really annoying. You just have to try and stay away from it. Well, at least I did when I had played the arcade game. Let's get into this one. We'll have a few run-throughs, see what it's like. Whoa, that was close. And of course, one of the ideas of this game is that you try not to have too many of these little ones flying around, because at some point they fly very fast and there's just too many of them and you can't dodge them all. So as you can see, my bullets do make it to the other side of the screen. And of course, when you thrust, you don't just keep on going. So it takes a little bit getting used to get your positioning right in the screen. Whoops. And if you've ever seen this played in arcade, you'll notice that the person, a very good skilled player, can play this game for a very long period of time. Now, the current world record official world record, I should say, is 43 million, and that took 54 hours of gameplay. So someone played this for 54 hours. Now, there was a hack that was earlier on in the game, and the hack was, whoa, that's that one that I don't like. The hack was that you could you could just keep one of the rocks on the screen, and as these ships came out, you would just blast the ships for the scores. So once you'd achieved the once you had achieved virtually an empty screen except for one rock, you could just hang out. You didn't progress, so this was a game hack. So you would just hang out in the screen, and as the ships came through, you would whoa, it's getting a little bit crazy here. Sorry. I'm gone. Oh, gone. Yeah, so that's how fair. That's a little bit unfair. So one of the 54 hours was the world record. Now, unofficially, that's an official one. It was all done on a live stream in 2010. Unofficially, it's 48 million, and the players walked away. There was more than one player. Oh, look at that. So he got me. I must have bumped into a rock or something I didn't see. So unofficially, 48 million, and there were more than one players. They did it on a laundromat, and after 84 hours of non-stop play, they just walked away from the game. So that is Asteroids. I've been playing this off and on because, frankly, it's an intriguing little game, and it is hard to master. You'll get further if you make use of the jet, as you've just seen then. I had to make use of the jet, and I'm not sure if you can play this with a controller. I believe that this might have been a game that Chrome also did release a version of it. So that is a Chrome browser version. That is, they released it themselves. This isn't like a hosted on a website. This is actually hosted within your browser itself. Now, I think Chrome did that, just like they did try that with Angry Birds. So Rovio from Angry Birds, that makes Angry Birds, they did a Chrome release of Angry Birds to try and get people into Angry Birds. And I think Asteroids did the same. Now, of course, there was another update of this game, and it was Asteroids in color. I'll just show you what hyperspace does. As you can see, I just disappeared off the screen then. Woo. So I'll just show you hyperspace again. So it's really good to get away from something in a hurry if you can't maneuver, except it might just put you in more danger. And of course, the original arcade screen as well. Oh, see that? So hyperspace saved me then. So the original arcade version, whoa, had a much wider screen, obviously, than this little internet version does, and this little browser version does. But otherwise, this is a pretty good, accurate rendition of. Oh, look at that! I just sat there, watched that happen. I didn't even try to get out of that one. So yeah, that big ship is just the little ship's the one you've got to be aware of, and it generally can't shoot you from edge of screen to screen. So that's one particular. Oh no. So that's one particular plus about the little ship. He needs to shoot you from your screen. So as you saw, once I went to the bottom, he shot me at the top, but his bullets don't go from screen to screen. Yours do. Anyway, that's it for Asteroids. Link in the description below if you want to play it. If you've played it, let me know what you think. I think it's an awesome little game. And find the website, put it on your bookmarks, and whenever you want to have a bit of a play of something, fire this up. It's hard to master, but it's enjoyable at the same time. Anyway, that's all I've got, and all that's left to say is until next time, thanks for watching.